Now, I'm really interested in the fact that they're bringing back a lot of these retro toys from McDonald's. And they brought back the Halloween buckets. And before that, they had a big kids meal. And they were actually sued back in the late 80s for the rights through Marty Krofft, who actually owned the HR Puffin Stuff show that was aired on Saturday afternoons. And it was a show that the characters from McDonald Land were very similar in that respect. So it turned out that, yeah, they ended up winning, but they ended up winning and took a lot lesser payoff than if they would have held out a little bit longer. But here's Ronald McDonald. It's interesting. It's made, it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and they came out through the Funko Pop figures that you probably seen in the stores around, and they make all kinds of different characters from different licenses. And this is Ronald McDonald here, and it's pretty cool. I also have the Hamburglar, and I guess he is the villain of the whole McDonald Land group. And now the toys back in the day, they used to have puppets, and they even had I guess stuffed animals or stuffed characters that you could purchase. And they'd always have little hand puppets, little plastic hand puppets that you could get, but they always ripped. Really interesting. And they also have this Mayor McCheese. He's another one of the Funko Pops that I have. And it's really interesting that they're starting to bring back these. Now I'm wondering if they actually bought the rights to them, or if they've made some sort of agreement to actually go ahead and start making back these characters, because it was the only place to actually originally to get a lot of these characters. And I noticed that they have taken out a lot of the different Playland areas at the McDonald's, unfortunately. Now I'm hoping that they've somehow made some sort of agreement to actually bring everything back. Now, it's a good sign that they brought back this adults meal. Now, I didn't pick any of those figures up because it kind of hurt my eyes to look at the characters, because they all had 4 eyes, and it was just very odd. And so I ended up passing on them, and only because I have these characters, the Funko Pops, and you know, if they were to make other figures a little more detailed. And this is Officer Big Mac. And I noticed that if you take a look at the ghost, they call him McBoo, his eyes are very reminiscent of this character, which is Grimace. Now, I guess Grimace, somebody said that he actually represented a chocolate shake. Now, I'm not sure about that, but his eyes is what gives up the character, in the fact that, well, it's just a lot of the characters from the show HR Puffin Stuff looked very similar to him, and some of the other characters, maybe not so much Ronald, but Mayor McCheese and Officer Big Mac definitely had the looks of some of the characters in that show. And it's one of my favorite shows when I was growing up as a kid. Anyway, so I was able to pick up the pumpkin buckets, and I wanted to get 3 orange ones, and I wanted to get one ghost and 1 witch, and I lit them up. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time on Backyard Toy Adventures.